welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Philip from Student College in Sumatra Institute of Technology, and I want to present about geothermal power plants. So watch this video until finish. From day to day, the use of energy will continue to increase along with economical growth and increasing population and amount of demand to do everything practically makes fossil energy source increasingly depleting. Of course, this should be a concern of all parties who takes part in the use of energy, because it is estimated that there will be a scarcity of fossil energy in the coming 22nd century. Therefore, what should we do? In accordance with the law of conservation of energy, which states that energy cannot be created or destroyed. Energy can only change form into other forms of energy. For this reason, a new innovation is needed in creating new renewable energy source to prevent an energy crisis. For example, geothermal energy. What is geothermal energy? Geothermal energy is a power generator used in the order to generate electricity by the use geothermal energy. Geothermal energy is considered a renewable resource because the heat appears from the interior of the earth is essentially limitless. How many geothermal power plants? There are three types geothermal power plant. First, dry steam. Second, flash steam. And the third, binary cycle. So look the picture how the process dry steam plants. The first type is dry steam plants. Dry steam plants be moved by generator with diesel fuel. What is the process? Power plants use dry steam that is naturally produced in the ground. This steam travels from the production well to the surface and through a turbine. And after transferring its energy to the turbine, it's condensed and injected back into the earth. The dry steam plants require the highest temperature. They can only be used where the ground temperature is quite high. But this type require less fluid flow. The second type is flash cycle steam plants. Flash cycle steam plants is be moved by generator with diesel fuel. In a liquid dynamic reservoir, the hot water has not vaporized into the steam because the reservoir is saturated with water and under pressure. To generate electricity, the hot water is piped from geothermal wells to one or more separator where the pressure is lower and the water flows into steam. The steam then propels a turbine generator to produce electricity. Look how to process flash cycle steam plant. The third type is binary cycle plants. Binary cycle plants be moved by generator with diesel fuel. A binary cycle from power plants is used when the water is hot. Water reservoir is not hot enough to flash into steam. Instead, the lower temperature hot water is used to heat a fluid that expands when warm. The turbine is powered from the expanded pressurized fuel. Afterwards, the fuel is cooled and recycled to be heat power and over again. Look the how to process binary cycle plants. How geothermal energy works. In principle, geothermal energy is steam power plant as in general. Only for this geothermal, the steam used is not from the boiler, but the steam comes from the kitchen in the bowels of the earth. In simple way, the work of geothermal power plants can be described as follows. Water is injected into the bowels of the earth where there is a natural source of heat through the injector. The water will warm up and become pressurized steam and come out through the production well. The vapor that come out will still contain water, so you must separate the vapor and water from the separator. From here, the dry steam will go to the turbine and then run the generator to be used as a power plant. While the water will go back into injector. After the steam completes its task of moving the turbine, it will go to the condenser to be used as water again. Water from a condenser will be cooled in the cooling tank through in the air cooling system so that the water can be injected back into the injection well. You can look this process how geothermal energy works by the picture. What are advantage and deficiency? Advantage: first, the operating costs of a geothermal power plant are lower than the operating costs of other power plants. Second, environment friendly, clean energy. Third, does not require fuel. Fourth, able to reproduce continuously for 24 hours, so it does not need energy storage. The deficiency: first, unexportable resource. Second, efficiency is rather low, but because it is not need fuel, so efficiency is not a very important factor. Third, still produce emissions even though it's very small. Finally, what is the conclusion? Geothermal power plant is a power generator that uses geothermal as its driving energy. Geothermal energy is to generate clean renewable electricity. That's all my presentation. If there are any mistakes, I apologize, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. See you. Thank you.